Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Vuoi International. In this segment of the show, I have my best trader for you, but I'm going to welcome him only in a few minutes. First of all, very quick look at the US indices. So far, they're all trading in the very, very red territory. Have a look. I mean, this is extremely surprising. S&P 500 is trading below the 3,000 level, 2,986. Which is a drop by 0.7%. Dow on the other side, 0.5% in the red, and NASDAQ composite minus 1.14. I mean, this is incredible. Only 5 minutes ago, they were trading in the green, except from the NASDAQ. We're going to be back on them, but first of all, very quick look at the major headlines. US has imposed tariffs on the Iranian National Bank in the wake of attacks on Saudi oil facilities. It's too bad what's happening with Iran. All they have to do is stop with the terror, Mr. Trump said. The US is temporarily exempting more than 400 types of Chinese products from tariffs. Facebook chief Mark Zuckerberg scored a meeting at the White House with President Trump, but faced a chillier reception from lawmakers on Capitol Hill. Fed's James Bullard argued for a deeper 0.5 percentage point rate cut because of signs the US economy will slow in the near horizon and that manufacturing already appears in recession. Japan's Mitsubishi has lost about $320 million on energy derivatives after an employee in Singapore entered into secret unauthorized trades and then lost money as crude prices fell. I mean, this is incredible. We're going to talk about this story a little bit later today. But first of all, I would like to have a very quick checkup on what's going on with Saudi Aramco. For instance, repair work is underway at two Saudi Aramco oil facilities after attacks on Saturday forced the kingdom to shut down half of its oil production. The strikes targeted Saudi Arabia's Abqaiq and Crude oil facilities, sparking concerns about global oil supply stability, which sent crude prices soaring by double digits. Abqaiq, located in the kingdom's oil-rich eastern province, is the world's largest oil processing facility and crude oil stabilization plant with a processing capacity of more than 7 million barrels per day. Crude, which lies about 110 miles southeast of Abqaiq, has capacity to pump around 1.5 million barrels per day. Anyway, let's have a very quick look at the oil prices. How are they doing? Because they have been a major market mover in the last few days. So far, WTI is trading $58 per barrel and Brent $64 per barrel, which is a drop by 0.05%. But as I just told you, we have our trader, and right now, tech sector is in the limelight. Let me welcome in the show Santa Pellegrino. Good evening, Santa, and thank you for joining us.
Good evening, Alexandra, and thank you for my hospitation.
Well, I would like to start with the tech sector because today is an extremely interesting day. For instance, Netflix is sinking by almost 7%, which is very surprising, together with Amazon, which is down by almost 1.75%, and not to mention Apple and Facebook. But have a look at NASDAQ. It's almost 0.9% in the red territory. What is going on?
Okay, I think now index chart are wake up from the terrorism attack, because we have assisted with no volatility on Monday. On Monday, after the terrorism attack on ARAMCO, all USA index are moved in a side channel without a new max or new minimum. And now volatility is exploded, and for this NASDAQ come back on the support at 7,600. I think the movement now is negative, and the support where the NASDAQ is going on, it's 7,600. The same case is for the SP 50. Because the movement now is not in bullish movement, but in bearish movement, and the support of this bearish movement is 2,840.
And I would like to have also a very quick look at the major energy stocks. If we have a look at them, Chevron is trading positive. They're actually very mixed. Exxon is down by 0.4%. ConocoPhillips 1.30. Occidental Petroleum is down by 0.4%. I mean, very, very mixed results. What do you think about the energy sector? I mean, especially after what happened in Saudi Arabia. I mean, there are huge consequences because now Trump actually imposed sanctions on the Iranian central bank, and not only Saudi Arabia together with the United States are trying to find a way to retaliate after what happened on Saturday. I mean, do you expect a decline of the energy sector?
Okay, the energy sector, the SP 500 index, energy index, is not in a good position because now it's on this vitality support on the 422 points, and this is a really important support because if the market, the energy market, go down, it's really terrible for the whole energy sector. I think that now Trump wants to create a war strategy for Iran and Turkish, I think, because it's two states that are more interested in crude oil war, I think. And for this, Trump it's ready to create a task force to create a tax imposition on these states. ARAMCO terrorism attack, it's no good for the crude oil, but it's the start of this war states that Trump want to Iran and Turkey. Sorry for my terrible English.
No, don't worry. I would like to have a very quick look once again at the crude oil price. Have a look at it. I mean, can we expect the crude oil again, once again at the $50 per barrel, which was, I mean, a few months ago, probably 1 month ago, it was at these minimum levels.
Okay, for the crude oil, this is an important level because if crude oil goes up on $58 to barrel, it's start a new bullish trend, and this bullish trend can come at the first resistance that crude oil have do in this Monday when open crude oil market. Crude oil have a quotation at $62 per barrel. But after the opening range, after opening bells, crude oil come back on 58 because this is a really support and important support for crude oil. If this support is good to create a bullish condition, can come back on $62 per barrel. But if this condition is no good to create a bullish trend, the crude oil can come back in the other side and in the bearish trend. And the bearish trend can call the crude oil price at $55 to barrel.
Well, $55 per barrel is a very, very low level.
Yes, it's a low level, and it's a middle level to have a bearish trend go if the price go down. But we have a bullish trend if the crude oil price stay up 55 and stay up 58. This is the resistance. This is the level that the crude oil is engaged in this channel.
That's really interesting. You know what I wanted to ask you, actually, I would like to get back to the US indices, and I would like to have a look at several stocks, actually single stocks from the energy market. Sante, what do you think about them from a single point of view? I mean, do you expect worse quarter earnings for them with those lower oil prices?
But I think now, do you want to know if I think if a single stock on the energy goes down?
Yes.
Yes, for me, it's yes, because if I see General Electric, and it's not near about crude oil shares, but it's an energy stocks. And General Electric is come down from 2-3 years back. This is the minimum point that General Electric have touched. And it's not a good trend because General Electric don't have a really good position, have only bearish trend to 2 years ago from now. And this is a really particularity situation because General Electric is one of the most capitalization share on SP 500 index.
All right, Santi, thank you very much for joining us, Santi Pellegrino, and have a great weekend.
Thank you. Have a great weekend, you, and thank you for your support.